Yepper. Right, well, so there you go. You heard the Ice Girl's voice the first time, but doesn't sound like she's going to be around long. I tell you what, there's one thing for sure, I'll have to give credit, which I'm glad. Keep in mind, for me, as a father, I would be I'd be in tears to know that Julia got married and she was really unhappy. I'd be like, that's so sad. So I'm glad to hear that out of the gate, they really are having a lot of fun. She's living in a whole different world, though. She has a whole family around her. You know, it's incredible. For me as a father, I always thought to myself, she never had a sibling. And I always thought, for Julia, you got to remember, I was 41 years old when I had Julia. So the odds are, Julia, it's not going to be like my parents, where they've lived into their 90s and they're still kicking. I mean, for Julia, for me, when she's 50 years old, I'll be 91 years old. She's 60, I'll be 100. So, the point of the story is, I always was wanting and hoping that she would be married and have children, and she'd have people around her, because otherwise she'd have no more family. So if Julia stayed single and never married, and there's these stories out there, and then my wife and I eventually perish, there's no cousins or siblings per se that she's really close with or really close to her age. So she would really be kind of just, a loner all by herself. So, I feel sorry for people that have a son or daughter that has mental or health issues, physical issues, where they're not self-sufficient. And I just think it's so sad to think about when the parent passes, who has that energy, who has that love that's really going to go out of their way to take care of that child that has so many problems. That's very, it's heartbreaking in so many ways. So anyways, there's the kid. And as I say, for the record, it sounds like she's going to come home and pretty much turn around and go back, which that's fine. I mean, in some ways, I'm surprised she's coming back home, but I think it's more about maybe checking on Prancer, and she probably wants to get a few things. And probably wants to be back home to have fun. I'm sure of that. And whatever. But she sure is hinting about that Prince and Gypsy. I don't know. I mean, do they really want? I mean, they've already got a lot of dogs. I mean, I'll have a heart-to-heart conversation. Like, if you really think that Prince and Gypsy are going to be happier down there with you and the family, then I guess it's time to take Prince and Gypsy. I mean, I'd be like, well, whatever, we got the dogs, but I don't know. I think at the same time, it's going to be a whole different world for Prince and Gypsy. They're not going to be, I don't know. I'll have to ask Julie about that. It's like, do those dogs just run? Do they just roam the property like I let my dogs do? Or are they kind of more kenneled, and they're in a kennel and they're in a cage, and there really are more controlled, and there really isn't this just freedom of all the dogs running around at their leisure? I don't know. I'll have to ask her that. And if they're more caged up, then I'd be like, you really want that? But I don't know. We'll see. Just have to see. That changes a lot of things very quickly in my life. Food-wise, expense-wise, veterinarian-wise, blah, 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 responsibility-wise. So I'm sure some people will be like, yeah, you'd be smarter just to downsize on the dogs for responsibility. Rebel would be a little disappointing because he so likes to harass Gypsy and Prince, and Diesel just still isn't there. I'm only getting ready to say Kiefer. Jefferson Street is what it says. You're 55 minutes away?
Yes, sir.
Let's see how far away I am. Okay, all right, so, yeah, all right, well, good. All right, making better time I thought. Good deal. All right, I'll see you down there.
All right, sounds good.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
I've got an idea. Mac and cheese time. Would it be worthwhile putting a little exhaust on this Jeep? I'm driving right by Mac and Cheese's garage, and Brian's about 30-minute difference from where I'm going to get to where we're going to meet up and do a job. So I think I'm going to go by and see Mac and Cheese and do a mac and cheese video really quick. How about that? Oh, somebody's not having a good day because they just got busted doing probably 35 and a 25. Those are the... Now, that guy was doing huge speeds. I get it, but man, brutal. Brutal. Oh, they're full out today, man. So, supposed to move over when police have people pulled over, and you know, some people that don't give a two craps. They're out today. That's for damn sure. Probably another one down here. And it is a really nice day out here. That's for damn sure. Hello, wake up. I mean, some people. We all do it. You don't pay attention. You drive and you're looking at your phone. All right. Would you ever have guessed Mac and Cheese is back here in this industrial warehouse? Now, I put an exhaust on my last Gladiator, and it was pretty mundane. But I just want to go see my friend, and I got a little time to kill before Brian shows up. And how are these guys doing? Are they staying busy? Usually I come here, you can't even get a parking spot. So let's go see what they're doing. Let's go bug them. All right. Look at the Quigley. Is that the Quigley van? What do they call those things? Hey, they finally got smart. They got a metal plate here. Like the guy's got a metal head. Who are the participants today? The guy's always on the phone.
Okay, sir. Go to you, sir.
Look at his beautiful teeth, doesn't he? All right, he's always on a project, man. Always.
Oh, there he is.
I'm back.
Got more today. He's back today.
I'm back. How are ya?
I'm well. All right. So, a lot of times you can roll it to see what the scene
What's happening, big guy? Hey, cut your music for a second. Oh, wait,
Oh my God! Every
I'm not gonna
time
be here
with
long.
you.
I'm not gonna be here long.
Every time with you.
it's
Fucking
just-
up my fucking
I
phone
know.
today.
Come on, would you do some weightlifting? Come on, man. Do some crunches. Hey, you lost some weight.
I actually gained a little weight.
Did you? Oh my gosh. Well, you look
I
good.
got on a slimming shirt. Black is slimming.
Yeah,
This
there
is
you
cool.
go. Hey, is it worthwhile putting a little exhaust on this thing?
Hell yeah, I've done a few of them.
Really?
Yeah, they sound cool.
Really?
Rock sliders? Is that a rock slider?
Yeah, so what do you suggest? I put one on my former one,
Mm-hmm.
and it just wasn't that great. But I mean, so what are you thinking?
What motor's in it? The same
The
motor? or what?
V6 Pentastar.
Yeah.
Nothing much.
Some? Definitely do something for it.
I
don't know
mean-
if I can do it today though.
No, I don't have time for today, but I'm just coming through. I figured I'd say hi. I haven't seen you in a
gotcha.
while.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking? You'd use your own exhaust, pick out the Resonator Delete?
I'll do a custom catback on it for you.
Really?
Yeah. TIG
Well-
weld it. I'll TIG weld it for you too. I've been doing a lot of TIG welding lately.
And so do you think it sound pretty good?
I'll get it something good.
You know, it's all right. So rough number on that.
Depending on what all we do,
Wow, you redid your inventory. It's pretty cool.
we'll put some of those heart-shaped tips on there for you.
Oh
too.
yeah, buddy. Yeah.
I'll heart you.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we're renovating the backside too. Want to check it out?
really? Oh, so is your buddy still back here?
No, he's gone.
Really?
I got a second location now too.
You have a second location
I
now.
need a tenant in half of it though. You want to come rent some space?
Yeah, sure. You want me around you all day long? I don't think so.
Oh, that's why I'm gonna get you at the other location.
Where's the other location?
Right by Walmart.
Up the street
Yeah,
here?
right over here.
Really? So you have two shops. Wow, you're kicking.
2,400 square feet over there.
Is Anthony running that one?
No, I mean it's empty right now, so I moved him over there.
Okay.
I moved him over there,
Yeah.
and he abandoned his lease.
That's too bad. So, it's business, right?
Wherever you
Right, and what are you going to do? So, but you're going to stay here as well.
Yeah, so we should be good. We should be good here.
Really? So you're that busy?
29, yeah.
You're that busy? You need 2 shops. That's impressive.
So we
but
don't really do mechanical work here because of zoning. We can only do fab work.
Right.
So the other shop is for mechanical work.
Oh, wow. So you're going to be called the same thing?
Yeah, just satellite shop, basically.
Okay. Now, but who's going to manage it?
We will still. And it depends on who I get over there. I'm going to
Okay.
get a guy. I'm probably going to move the motorcycle stuff over there also.
Wow.
Perfect. It's basically 2 units.
Yeah.
And there's a wall between it and all that. And
So when will you be
one
over there?
side, I mean, I got keys. I mean,
Yeah, but I said
got
when
it.
will you be set
I
up?
don't know. I'm focused on this right now. I got 2 new lifts too.
Oh, wow, man. You're just doing, that's great. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, man. That's awesome. That's a great thing. Sorry?
How's business?
You know, my business is the same. Not really. Mine doesn't really radically
Runs
change.
itself, don't it?
Huh?
Runs itself.
Yeah, well, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
Hey, yeah, I hear you. The headaches, right? So get this. You know, the kid married.
What? Married or like engaged?
Married.
That was quick.
Yeah.
To the same guy?
No. 32-year-old guy.
32?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Right. 30.
There should be some. Check on this shelf over here.
All right. So what are you thinking? You know, so you're thinking a catback custom 20.
Is she 20?
Yeah, man. Yeah, she ran away. She eloped.
Where'd she go?
Southern Virginia.
Yeah.
Down near Richmond.
She coming back around?
Yeah, she'll be around here and there, but you know, but
Married now.
there you go.
Oh, well, that's good, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah, when's the grandkid coming, right?
Yeah, right?
So, all right. So, what's the number? So I know if I get excited, come back and see you, Mr. Whopperhead.
Probably less than $1,000.
Okay,
Less than
it'll be $9.99,
Yeah. I got it. It depends on what tips, what muffler.
All right. So when should I bring it by?
Probably
No rush.
up until probably mid next week.
All right. So I'm going to give you a call first next week.
I'll put you on the calendar now if you want.
Yeah, put me on the calendar. So it will make a nice difference. I'll be happy. I gotta get my Mustang back. You know that.
What do you mean back?
We gotta bring it back, get that damn left tip straightened out. Remember the left Mustang?
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, whatever. Probably next week.
All right, so we got a next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, I'm coming back. I gave you full warning so you can be sick that day. Next Wednesday, I'll be back. Next Wednesday, I'm coming back.
Okay, perfect.
See you next Wednesday at 11 o'clock. Yep, you can call out sick on Wednesday. There's the music, and I'll screw everything up. All right, let me get out of here and get back on the road. That's pretty phenomenal. So there you go. Remember I was saying yesterday in my video, who is hurting in this area in business? This guy here, he's committed to a whole nother shop because he has so much business. Wow. I mean, what's really weird is I thought in some ways he was hurting for business because he's had a few cool guys there that he let go. Maybe they left. I don't know. I never really got into that detailed conversation. Hey, here's a big ass dog. And so, anyways, whole point is he's doing so well, he's expanding to another location and opening the door to do more mechanical, like motor work and other things too. Wow. But the guy that was the guy there, if you watched my video channel, the guy did custom alarms and everything. He's a hyped up guy. That's a guy that's just like really hyped up. And so he's basically told, in so many words, I guess you could say, go pound sand at Mac and bailed on his lease agreement. Who knows? All right, here now. This will put me about right when Brian gets there. I'll do a little video time for good old Charles. This is the Prince William County Parkway that I believe back in the late 80s. Was this completed? I can't remember. if it was maybe the 90s. So I don't think this was here. Maybe when you lived here, I just can't remember. So this is a major road now that comes from Manassas down to Woodbridge, and it's called the Prince William County Parkway. So it makes it so you can get around a lot faster from Manassas to Woodbridge instead of having to go down Davis Ford Road and all these other roads around here that wasn't as easy as they cut through all the neighborhoods back in the day. And here we is, now in the Woodbridge vicinity, all the commercialization, which I can guarantee you, this was nothing, this stuff wasn't here back in the 80s. Yeah, this area has exploded, like so many areas have in the country. I could make a right here, but I'm going to give Charles a little bit more of a scenic drive so that he can see when he left here how much this area is just as massive of what it was to what it is. Whole nother major development being built over there. It's just incredible for all the naysayers of everything that's slowing down or whatever. I mean, I never have seen it. I'd have been the first to say under the Biden administration things would slow down because of all the handouts from the government. Not whatsoever, everybody. The higher inflation, it didn't slow anything down. It's incredible. So now the Trump haters, they're going to want to promote that everything's slowing down. It ain't happening. I mean, it's not happening, everybody. So it turns into political favoritism of where you want to claim that things are better off or worse off. But if you didn't know if there was an election, I'd be willing to bet most people would be like, doesn't really seem any different than it was. I mean, sincerely, if you didn't know there was an election and change administration right now, would you really honestly be able to say you can tell a difference? I mean, if you say gas prices and egg prices, yeah, okay, whoop-de-doo. But I mean, come on, are you kidding me? So this is part of Prince William County Parkway and how it kind of zigzags around. This takes you all the way down to the Route 95. This takes you down to Potomac Mills Mall. That used to be a Honda, Yamaha, KTM dealer. That guy ran that thing in the ground. Yeah, that's a whole story of a guy turns over the operation to his stripper, hooker girlfriend he met in Las Vegas, no lie. And ran that thing in the ground for him as he wanted to go play and race dirt bikes and cars, off-road cars. Look at this here. I'm getting all choked up. That's for sure. But down here, sadly, this is the intersection of Minnieville Road and Prince William County Parkway that this young man over the weekend killed himself because he went through this intersection when the light went red and a car turned in front of him. So my assumptions are he was coming this way and a person over there turned left to go that way, and as he was going down the road, he hit that person going through the intersection that the light had turned red, and got T-boned, and 28-year-old man is now dead, and the family's just heartbroken. Look at this here. Just, massive development, everybody. It ain't slowing down. And good old William A. Hazel, that guy dominates everything. And So much development. Incredible. Coming up to Dale Boulevard. I'm sure Charles knows the name of that road. That's a very old road in this area. Dale Boulevard runs from Hoagley Road way that way if you went like west. And then Dale Boulevard runs east all the way over to Route 95. So it's like that road there probably was in many ways a replacement road of the Prince William County Parkway. Oh, great. Once you get like 5-6 cars deep, I don't know if this light will be long enough for me. Saying to you, I'm not even on the job yet. I mean, I'm just now getting down here to the job, but I'm not even there yet. By the time I do the job and finish up and drive home, it'll be 2:30. So all I'm saying to you is I wouldn't revolve my day around me. Just do what you got to do.
Okay, bye. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Yeah, bye. It befuddles me that people sit at a light for 3 minutes, and then when the light turns green, they sit there and think, has the light turned green? No, it doesn't turn green. It's turned red again. Because you sat there so damn long. You bozo. Man, we're hitting every freaking light. I mean, you ever have those days where you hit like every freaking single red light? It just drives you nuts. Another red light. And another red light. Oh, I beat Brian. So, that's a good bad thing for me. All right. It's got really hot. Yeah, it's got really hot. Sun's out. It's pretty bad. Yeah. Takes a while to get out of this place. A lot of traffic. I live in the high density area, that's for sure, but business reflects that. You live in the rural area, it's much more challenging in business to make money. It just depends what you're into, but it's all about volume. That's what makes the world go round and round. Well, good thing I told the kid to keep on doing her thing, because hell, I'll get back home after 3, but I gotta go by Costco anyways. I'm gonna go by Costco just to get myself some food that I forgot to get yesterday. And do I make the kid a nice little meal? Probably will in all reality. Enjoy the back deck. I think we'll do that this evening, this afternoon. Wife would like that, I'm sure of that. Now we're heading over to Hoagley Road there, Charles. Look at that whole new development. Everywhere. It's crazy. Just doesn't stop. Weather's beautiful. W day, you get the itch to jump on the bike. I can promise you that. It's just the way just the right temperature. Jeep Mojave, Jeep Gladiator Mojave. It is a nice vehicle. It's not bad. Right, here's Hoagley Road. So you make a left, you go up to 234. That was a major road from 95 to Route 66. Or you make a right-hand turn here, you go back to Prince William County Parkway. I could make a left. You go in the back way home, but I'm not doing that. Pants are all dirtied up. Crawling around my hands and knees, everybody. Remember good old Food Lion? Good old Food Lion. I'm amazed they're still in business. They didn't get bought up, change their name. I think they did change their name to something else, if I remember right. That car wash there is never that busy. Up here, it's somehow you remember things when you're younger, and I'll never forget one of my Fairfax Auto Parts friends, a guy named Pat Byrne. Pat Byrne, big, heavy-set, bald guy. He's the guy that actually got me a job in the oil industry back in 1985. Pretty crazy. So he was a big-ass guy. You know, he was at least 10 years, 15 years older than me. And but he's a cool guy. I liked him. And he actually left the parts industry to become a tanker driver, which in the end, eventually I left the parts industry and went back to school for a little time, part-time, and he got me a part-time job at the oil company where he worked at, because he had to do little maintenance and runaround things. He didn't like it, so my name popped in his head, and he's like, this would be a perfect gig for the Iceman. So pretty cool, pretty nice of him. But you know, I'll never forget, he had a big birthday party, and I was kind of disappointed, because he has this big ass birthday party, and I came out here, and it's amazing I can still remember this. This would be like probably 84, 85, maybe a little later than that, but I just still remember going to this place. Back then, this was just a 2-lane road, and this is somebody's farm ranch, and I'll never forget him, you know, going into that White House way back there, and he does a line of Coke. Right in front of my eyes, he does a line of Coke, so he's a Coke head. I'm like, oh my God. So then he's all coked up, and you know, he's no longer Pat. And I'm just like, man, that's too bad. I was like, you know, what's really unfortunate too is he really did have a lot of problems. He really did have a lot of emotional problems, mental problems, and it's incredible how in the oil industry I worked in, this beautiful young woman, very attractive woman. But back then, she was probably 40 years old, and Pat was probably close to 38 or 40. And he ended up hooking up with this she was a very smart, intelligent woman, but she just got a kick out of Patrick. And I didn't know this, but years later, I went back to that oil company I worked for many years later, and I come to find out that he and her got hooked up and got married. They had a kid. But one of the women that worked there at the office that was very close to me at the time I worked there, she was telling me that his kid is really screwed up. That he had a boy, and that he really, he was actually looking for help to try to figure out how to raise this kid that was just really screwed up, because he and that woman got divorced. They had a kid, then X amount of time got divorced. You ever heard these stories? So, but I was just disappointed that I didn't know he was doing that stuff. So I was like, you know, that's too bad. Anyways, there you go.